and welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me. My name is Miss Bridget. I'm a teacher and I'm here to teach you your letters and your letter sounds. We're getting very near the end of the alphabet. Do you remember what letter we're on? Let's take a look. Last week you were here, we did the letter W. Do you know what comes after W? X, right. This is the letter X. This is the capital and the lowercase, and it looks like a big cross. It looks like someone crossed something out. And here they have a picture of an X-ray. And the sign language for X is make a fist, put your index finger up, and then curl it down a little bit. That's the sign language for X. And remember how I said before, X makes a K and S sound together. So it's X. First you say the K, and then the S, and you put them together. X. That's the sound X makes. And do you remember last time also I told you we don't have a rhyme for the letter X? Probably because it's hard to come up with an animal that starts with an X, and there aren't that many words that start with X. But my preschoolers thought we should have an animal at least to learn about, so we came up with this. This is an X-ray fish. X-ray fish starts with X. And we'll learn all about the X-ray fish in just a little bit. Now we're gonna open our ABC book, our big book of ABCs, and this book did the same thing that it did before. It mixed up all the rest of the letters because there aren't that many words that start with them. So on this page, there is only one picture that starts with an X. I would thought they'd have an X-ray on this picture, but they do not. So we can hold up this for X-ray. Remember, that's a picture of your bones. If you go to the doctor and you break a bone, they'll take a picture of your bones to see if it's broken or not. X-ray. Okay, also, this musical instrument starts with an X. It's called a xylophone, and you hit it and it makes different noise. Xylophone actually sounds like a Z sound, Z. It doesn't make you say X like X-ray does. We'll close that book, and we have an X-ray up on the wall here. Let's think of some things that start with X. There aren't very many. Well, there is X-ray. This is an X-ray. Let's write X-ray. That's what this is, an X-ray. We'll write the word X-ray on the X-ray. Let's see, what else can you think of? Yes, it sounds like a Z, but it does start with an X, and it is a xylophone. Xylophone starts with an X. Xylophone. Good job. And then, do you remember that little fish? Do you remember the name of that little fish that my preschoolers came up with me to be able to do X? X-ray. It's an X-ray fish, so we'll write X-ray fish. Just like we wrote X-ray before, but now we're gonna write X-ray fish. Those are just a few things that start with X. There aren't that many, but we can still do our rainbow writing. Our rainbow writing is the letter X. We are going to draw at the red dot, and we're going to go down one side and come back up and go down the other. We're going to do that for the capital and lowercase. And you can be getting a notebook or a piece of paper, and hopefully a grown-up can write the letter X on it, the big X and the little x. And we're going to start on the red dot. And I'm starting with the color red. You can start with whatever color you want. You don't have to use markers. You can use crayons. That's great. I'm going to use markers. So I'm going to start at the red dot. I'm going to go down one side, come back up, and make an X this way. It's just like a cross right in the middle. And the little one is the same way. Start at the red dot, go, it's kind of like a sideways line, and then come back up and make a line the other way. Yeah, that's an X. Now, I picked this color, and that's called teal. And we're gonna start on the red dot, and we'll make a line down, come back up, and make another line down. And then here we go, we're gonna make one line down this way and one down this way. Now my last color, and you can do it way more than 3 times if you would like to. We're just doing it 3 times here. My last color is the color gray. And this time we'll make the letter and the sound. X, 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 X. I'm just gonna write this, K, S, because that's the sound it makes. It makes a X sound. X, X. Now let's see what to draw that starts with an X. Why don't I just draw, I can draw a chart like up here and pretend like this is the backbone and these are someone's ribs, and that is an X-ray. An X-ray is a picture of your bones, and I'm going to draw the word X-ray. You can draw anything you want. Maybe you want to draw a xylophone, maybe an X-ray, maybe an X-ray fish. You get to pick. You can draw anything you want. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of X things to think about for the letter X. Now, since my preschoolers wanted to learn about an animal and chose that X-ray fish, they told me some interesting X-ray fish facts, and we're going to share it in our Children on Safari, Animal Facts A to Z, taught by children. This is all taught by the preschoolers. Okay, let's see what they know about X-ray fish. Stuart said X-ray fish are tiny fish. Cole said you can see through an X-ray fish and see its bones. Gwyneth said their see-through skin protects them from being eaten by predators. Sway said they eat small worms. Colson said they have yellow, black, and white fins. Parker said they live in the Amazon River and like to be in groups. Elizabeth said they live in large groups and the boys are smaller than the girls. Sophie said they have very good hearing. Colin said they have bones inside of them that pick up sound waves. That's interesting. And Emma said the mommy lays more than 300 eggs in underwater plants. The baby fish is called a fry, and it starts hatching in just 1 day. That's amazing. They are amazing fish. I had never even heard of an X-ray fish before we came up with an animal that starts with an X. And here's the picture again. This is an X-ray fish. They're kind of hard to see because they kind of camouflage in the water. They're kind of see-through. They're see-through fish, and they're called X-ray fish because you can see their bones. Remember how they pick up sound waves with their bones? That's interesting. So those are X-ray fish. And I have something exciting to show you. One of my preschoolers' dads is a doctor, and he brought in an X-ray. So for our X thing, I have only one thing to show you, and it's an X-ray. And I'm gonna put a light behind it so you can see it better. It's the only thing I could find that starts with the letter X. Let's see, if I put this light behind it, hopefully you can see that. I'll try and move it in real close to you. That is a picture of someone's bones. And they were probably having that X-ray taken to see if any of their bones were broken. Can you tell what bones those are? Do you think it's their head? Their head bone's called a skull. It's not their head. Do you think it's their hand? No. How about their arm? Nope. This is their legs. And you can see that middle bone? That is their knees. And I don't see any broken bones in here, but maybe they were checking to be just safe about whether they had broken some bones. But this is an X-ray. An X-ray starts with X. And that is the only thing I could find that starts with the letter X. So, thank you for joining me again today. Next time when you come back, we won't be on the letter X. We will be on the letter Y. Y comes after X. And we do have an animal that starts with a Y. Y says ya, ya. Can you think of an animal that starts with that sound, the ya sound? Well, see if you can think of it before you come back and before we start the letter Y, and we'll see if you're right. It's so nice to have you join me. I'm so glad that I get this opportunity to teach you some letters and letter sounds. I like being together. I like teaching you, and I hope you join me next time so we can learn the letter Y together. Bye.